All right. Let's try this again, shall we? I knew this laptop would give me problems. So if it gives me too many problems, I think I'm gonna have to let the dream die. The dream of doing a live for you guys might have to go down the tube, unfortunately. Anyway, so let's see if that was about 6 minutes that went. So we'll see if this will last 6 minutes at least. Hopefully we can last longer than that. Ay, Dios mío. What trouble that was. Let me see something here. Okay, so if I said it. Okay. Thank you. I don't know who I'm thinking. Myself. Two of Cups again. Whoa. Decided to put the music on this time, Leo. I can't hear it that well with the headphones in, but I feel a little less self-conscious about just like dancing to nothing, you know? So I figured I'd put that on. And if it annoys you, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, guys. Sorry about it. So I'll give it about 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, just to be fair. And if not, then I'll pull cards for the collective. And I'm sitting here with the Rider-Waite, and I'm just like, maybe not the Rider-Waite. You know, maybe we'll use a different deck. We'll find. We'll see. We'll see in a second. Oh, we might be using the Steampunk Tarot, I think. Steampunk looks a little good, feels a little good. Might be steampunk. Might be steampunk. Yeah. Oh, man. So, hope you're doing well, Leo. Hope everything's going swimmingly in your life. Happy birthday to any Leos that are celebrating on this day. Today's August 10th. So if today was your birthday, I hope you had a great day. I had a pretty cool birthday. Pretty cool. Uneventful for the most part, but when you get to be a certain age, that's kind of what you want out of a birthday. You don't want any drama. You don't want anything too crazy, right? That's always appealing. Oh, and there we are again. Leo on the bottom of the deck, just as I was about to wrap this up. So that's kind of a good omen, so I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to pick up the Steampunk, get it ready, get it warmed up a little bit. All the decks have been pre-shuffled. They've been enraptured in the energy of the moment and the energy of the day, meditated on, you know. Yeah, Steampunk. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. About 3 minutes now. We don't want to push our luck, and, you know, just as I might get to doing a little bit for the collector, then suddenly this thing stops again. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen at all. All right. Let's get a little collective energy for Leos during the birthday season. What's going on right now for Leos during the birthday season? Let's get some messages for Leo. What might some Leos in the collective be dealing with right now? Some of the things they're facing, some of the issues that are coming up in their lives, and how to best combat them, how to best deal with these issues, deal with these energies coming towards Leo right now during their birthday period. 2 more, thank you. And I can't even like hear that music. Like I hear something, but I don't even know what song is playing. And hopefully it's not like interfering too much. Because when I do my other readings, obviously I'm not on my laptop. And I'm not using headphones when I'm recording the other way. So I don't know what the sound quality is going to be like for you guys hearing this. So hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Oh, and I said 2 more, but then I started talking. How many? 1. Thank you. All right, Leo, so let's see what's going on with the collective energy right now. Collective energy for Leo right now. What are we dealing with? Oh, almost. 1. And 2. Seems about right. So 2 of Swords and the Page of Cups. So some Leos out there are having an issue with a water sign right now. making a decision about a water sign, a younger water sign at that. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces might be in your life, someone who might be significant to you right now, and kind of having like an unsure feeling about them, or they're unsure about you, either way. And it's kind of moving fast, or at least it's picking up pace. And that's making someone uncomfortable, or it's making someone just like not sure what to do with that pace. Like it feels like it's out of nowhere. It feels like it's so sudden, and it's kind of throwing somebody off kilter here. It's really disconcerting, or off balance. You know, this Two of Swords, I can hold it up to the camera the right way. This Two of Swords feels really out of balance. This woman is almost as if she's walking on a tightrope, but what is she actually walking on? I think she's balanced on a couple of gears that are poking out of the water there. So it's just like this very tentative, like balancing act that you have to do with this person, or they're doing with you, Leo. It could really go either way, since nobody's asked this question, right? But it's tender as well. You know, the two, you know, we're kind of feeling things out. We're trying to figure out where we're going with this. Are we going to go this direction? Are we going to go that direction? And with the Page, it's a novice energy. You know, it's a young energy. It's like still kind of trying to find its sea lake, so to speak. Still trying to figure out what it wants. Now, if it is a water sign outside of you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces again, like they're really cute. They're really earnest. They really care about you. They really care about this connection, and they're really sincere in their offer, but they might not be as mature with the offer as you might want them to be, or vice versa if you're the one who's approaching. So there's someone who's approaching. It's coming in kind of fast, or it's coming in out of left field. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, or it seems to throw you off kilter. It seems to throw you off your square a little bit, Leo. What do I want more on? I want more on the, because I feel that Two of Swords is pretty clear. Give me more on the Page of Cups, please. I want more on the Page of Cups. Let's see more on the Page of Cups, please. Clarifying on the Page of Cups. And again, you know, it doesn't have to be a water sign. Nobody's asked this question specifically, but that water sign energy would indicate, again, like there's something really tender and very pure about this person. They might not be a pure person, but there's something about their intentions toward you is very sweet. Okay. More on the Page of Cups. 1, 2. Oh boy. So the World in reverse and the Eight of Swords. World in reverse and Eight of Swords. So this person has come away from an ending that did not go well in their life. They've come away from something, losing something, or having a chapter close in their life, and it wasn't pleasant for them, or there's still residual things that they're working on that you might not be aware of, that keeps them kind of tied up. You know, with that Eight of Swords energy, keeps them restricted, keeps them feeling like mentally they don't really know what to do or how to proceed. They might feel lots of anxiety about this I don't even know if it was a sudden ending with the world. Could have been a sudden ending with the world. But I feel that whatever ended, it has really nothing to do with you, Leo. It's really on their end. It's on their shoulders. It's really something that they're dealing with. And that could be why they're coming to you quickly and kind of coming to you sort of in this very novice way. It's like, it's a little underwhelming, or it's a little just, you might have expected more, or you might be expecting more. Like once they show up, you're like, okay, so let's proceed this way. And then they kind of still do something that's a little off. And you're just like, but that doesn't make much sense. It's because I think they're still dealing with the ending of something significant in their life, and it kind of bleeds over into your interaction. And so this person may have stepped to you prematurely. They may have come out of the woodworks, or you know, showed their intentions towards you well before they were actually ready to do so. or something like that. So basically, they, pardon me, they still have a lot of distraction on their side, a lot of things that are keeping them in a point of anxiety or a point of nervousness, or just like feeling stressed or feeling occupied in some type of way. So they still have things on their end that they're tending to, which means you're not going to make much of a decision, you know. Leo, if this person comes to you and says, hey, I would like to get to know you, or I want to hang out with you, or I want to partner with you in some kind of way, romantically, business, it does not matter. You're like, but you seem to be not ready. Like, you seem to have a lot of shit still on your plate that needs to be taken care of. So you're kind of like, is this like the right time? Are you sure? And I feel like this person's going to be like, yeah, I'm sure. Or no, don't worry about that. Don't worry about this other stuff. It has nothing to do with you. And it's me. It's like, I'm going through some stuff. And you're kind of like, well, I don't want to proceed if you're going to have issues. You know, if we're going to go into business, if we're going to be friends, if we're going to be partners in any type of way, I need you to be, you know, even with me, right? So there's apprehension on your side, or there's caution on your side. Yeah. We don't really need much on the Two of Swords, but I'll do more on the Two of Swords. Show me more on the Two of Swords. Give me clarification on the Two of Swords, please. Ooh, that feels chunky. This shuffle feels kind of chunky. And there it is again. It's chunky again. There's one. Okay. So for some, yeah. One more on the Two of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords here? Oh, God, that's way too many. That's way too many. That's all going back in the deck, guys. Way too many. One more, please, on the Two of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords here for Leo? All right, there goes. All right. I got you. So, one second. There it goes. So, guys, coming up on the Two of Swords, you've got the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Ba-dow. Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups, yeah? So, Leo, if this is some type of partnership, you want it to be 50-50. You really want it to be as even as possible, right? You want a fair shake at this thing. You know, if you're going to put in 100%, whoever this other person is, this Page of Cups, they have to put in 100%. Also behind it, you're in this Two of Swords. I don't know, can I be sure, is because you're probably more presenting this Knight of Cups energy, which is a lot, not even a lot. It's slightly more accomplished and slightly more experienced and slightly more elevated than the Page of Cups. So you're coming in with a slightly more mature attitude or approach to things, a more mature or wider understanding of the situation entirely. And so there might be just a little bit of a mismatch in your energy with this person right now. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's actually pretty good considering what I think Leos were going through romantically, at least from what I recall of some other readings I've done. It's just like Leos haven't been really experiencing the best of the best when it comes to romantic stuff. So if this is a romantic reading, I think it's pretty positive. I think it's just this person might still be dealing with residual issues in their life, and that is unfortunate. And maybe the timing in which they've come and stepped forward in your life, or you've stepped forward to them and they're like receiving you, but they're still not able to fully receive you. It's like like 80%, it's good. 20% is like, maybe we're not ready for this, or maybe there are other things that need to be wrapped up first before we continue to move forward. And yeah, so that's not too bad. Considering what I feel most Leos have been going through for the past few months, maybe even most of 2019, that's not too bad. It's not too bad, guys. Yep, and look at that bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands. So a little more fire affirmation here today for Leos. Maybe we'll do a different deck. I might do the Vanessa deck for that, because I think that was sort of love-based, even though I asked for like what's going on in the general collective, but that felt like kind of love heavy. It could have been friends. It could have been other types of partnerships for you, Leo. But let's turn to the Vanessa deck. This little guy here. Let's turn to the Vanessa deck and ask about business and career. How about that? 15 minutes. Nobody's here. Oh no. I kind of knew that would happen. I was like, I'll go live. I just don't know when, and I'm not going to tell anybody. Not a smart move, Jay, but I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning. By the time, 2020 rolls around, I should be a master at going live. I should be really successful. Anyway, let's see some general messages regarding Leo's career. Leo's career right now. What can Leos expect in their career? What do they need to know regarding their professional lives, their money lives? What do they need to consider? What's coming up for Leo in their highest good in their career section? Leo careers, Leo careers. Thank you. 2. After this is a 2. And again, I don't know what the sound quality is going to be because I don't record normally with headphones, so I don't know if you guys are hearing me well enough or if this is incredibly too loud. I don't know, but if it's terrible, I apologize. I'll learn about it because this one I'm actually going to watch back. And I think I said 2, but here we go with 3. Because again, I distracted myself by talking. How many? That's it? That's it. All right, let's for Leo regarding their career, please. Let me see messages for Leo regarding their career. Whoa. It's like a smaller deck, so I have to like be careful how I hold my fingers. I might be stabbing myself. 2 cards regarding Leo's career. Whoa. It's kind of bulky. There we go. There's 1. Another 2. Gosh. What's going on, Leo? In these indecisive spaces, in these places that need balance? 2 of coins and the Judgment card. Judgment, secondary major arcana for Scorpio. So there might be a Scorpio around in your life of significance, but does not have to be. 2 of coins and Judgment. So I think some of you are having to reevaluate something, or you're in the middle of evaluations, or you could be evaluated at your job. You could be up for review. You could be applying for a new job or applying for a promotion. And so there's this issue of leveling up or kind of taking into account what you've accomplished already and understanding where that puts you, where that places you. Yeah, the 2 of coins, I feel, is like this plotting energy. You're really trying to set yourself up for success. Look at the quality of this camera. Terrible. I got to get a new laptop, guys. Sorry. But anyway, so it's like this. What am I going to do starting from now? It's not really the evaluation of what has happened before is really to make sure you're going to move forward in the right direction. You could be caught between 2 offers. You could be applying for more than one job or applying for more than one position in your company. And it's slow. Like, you're in no rush. I don't feel that you're in much of a rush to really get into the next position. I think you want to make sure you make the right decision, right? You don't want, that's especially if you're deciding between 2, right? You don't want to choose the one job or the one position and then get there and feel as though you made the wrong decision. You really want to see the details of everything. You really want to make sure that everything you just want to understand as much about what you're being offered, what's coming to you as much as possible. Because you don't want to mess it up. Like, I mean, if you were really jumping double dutch like that, I've never jumped double dutch in my life, and I'm a bad turner. I was always watching, at least. But if you were really jumping double dutch, you wouldn't want to make a misstep. When it comes time to jump in to take your turn, it's got to be precise. You got to jump in at the exact time, at the exact right moment, right? So there's this no rush, waiting for my moment. If you guys know the double dutch shuffle or the pre-jump rhythm you have to get into before you launch yourself into the middle of those turning ropes, right? So that is what you're doing. Now, the judgment, again, it is an evaluation of what has happened in the past or what has happened thus far. This could be like your boss. This could be your supervisor. This could be someone in your vicinity who kind of holds a position over you. Could be a member of HR. But more than anything, I think it's about, Leo, you want to make sure that everything that has happened in your past is leading you towards the correct trajectory, or a correct, not even correct. You just want to feel good going down the next path. And so you're reviewing. You might even be looking at your resume. When I worked this job, 5 years ago, how happy was I? You might be thinking of going back into an industry that you've left before, or you might be thinking of going into an industry that you just thought of going into and you never actually did it. So it's like, you don't want to drudge up anything from the past, anything that has been buried, if it's not going to serve you. It has to serve your purposes. It has to serve your current goals. And if it doesn't, you're just not going to do it. Or rather, maybe you shouldn't do it, right? I don't think I need much more of this, but let's see what else we can get. Show me more regarding 15 cards go on the ground. Not even, it was only like 3. And I'm not going to take them because I didn't finish asking the question, so I'm not going to take them. But we're going to have to reshuffle. We're going to have to get these guys reintegrated into the deck. Yeah. That's good. All right, show me more regarding Leo's career. I want to see more regarding Leo's career. Show me more. Oh, I hear that. There's a high note. I hear that. Oh, that's a high one. I couldn't hear it like 2 seconds ago, but I heard that. All right, show me more regarding Leo's career right now. What can Leo expect? What do they need to know for their highest good regarding their career right now? And again, happy birthday to any Leos that might be viewing this later on today or any other time in the near future. I hope you guys have an amazing birthday. 1, okay, 2. I was like, where are these cards? All right, so Page of Wands, 8 of Coins. All right. So it's kind of giving me like this after feel of what happens after you maybe land a new job, or you land that new promotion, or you stick with what you're working on right now. I think you attack it with fervor. I think you attack it with energy and gusto, like the Page of Wands would do. Like some of you might be training for something, like not an apprenticeship, although maybe you might be in the trade for something. But I feel like you're going into something with like this really new energy, this very novice energy with the Page of Wands, right? You're going in there not really being the boss of anything. You're not really going in there with too much knowledge. There's a lot for you to learn, but you're going to be super diligent when you go in there. Yeah. So whether you're getting a new job, you're getting a promotion, or you're staying where you are, I think that you're going to approach it with new eyes. I think that you're going to be ready to learn. Pages are students, right? So they're ready to learn. They're ready to be taught, absorb new information, absorb knowledge. And so if that is you, good. And that is for anybody of any age. You could be like 50, 60 years old and you could be experiencing that, right? And then with that 8 of Coins next to it, it's just like really dedicated. So if there's like a strict, policy about hours and keeping to 40 hours a week, you keep it to the minute. If this is like mandatory overtime, you do it. If this is, needing to be certified in a particular course or a particular subject matter, you're going to be certified and acknowledged. You're going to be the subject matter expert before the deadline, before it's even like your time to prove that you've been certified. It's just a lot of due diligence with the job is what it feels like with that 8 of Coins. Things are swimming. Things are swimming for you, Leo. I like it. I think that Like the general feeling, because this is specifically for work, right? So the general feeling is, you know, sky's the limit. You know, you haven't reached your fullest potential just yet. You have so much more to accomplish. So if you're thinking that I'm in a dead end job, there's either another position at your company that you're not aware of or that you might want to explore, or there's different departments that you've never considered working in. If you think that, you know, maybe you've retired. And so this could be talking about finding a new hobby. Now, I did ask specifically for work, but work can just be what sustains you throughout your day, right? Pardon me, excuse me. To some degree, this is work, even though I don't think I'm working right now, but to some degree, this is kind of work. And so you might have a new approach to sort of, like I said, like a hobby. You might take up something like this metalworking, something like that. That's like really obvious because it's dead on with the artwork on the card there. So whatever it is, Leo, I feel like you have your head on straight in both sets of cards, with that two of coins or the judgment card, with the page of wands or with the eight of coins. All of it, I feel like you're really focused on getting ahead, on progressing, on making sure that your ducks are in a row, and whatever goals you have, make more money, new job title, spruce up the resume, work more closely with clients, work more independently, whatever your goal is, I think you're going to be able to accomplish it, because that's what the damn cards say, you know? So good on you, Leo. I like that. I really, really like that. I really, really do. So that was your work reading. So what else do we do? We do work. We kind of did love. What do people come to me for? That's really it. People come to me for love or work. It's like, what's happening in my love life? Am I going to get this job? I'm like, okay. I do need a drink of water, which is interesting. I talk way more in like the pre-recorded stuff than I've talked here. This is only 27 minutes. Water is delicious. If you guys don't know, water is just like the coolest shit on earth. um, Career, love. That's really all people come to me for. I'm trying to think if there's another area that someone might be curious about. Because I mean, I asked for general, but I feel like what came out with the steampunk was like really love specific, or like heavy on the love front. Oh, I guess we could maybe try and do like a family issue. Would that be forcing it? I don't know. Let's see. We got another familiar deck around here, the Housewives Tarot. Let's see what's going on in Leo's family dynamics. I guess I'll have to do that. See, look at me. I'm off somewhere else thinking about something else. My bad. Give me some messages for Leo's family dynamics, things that are going on between them and their close loved ones, people that they live with, people that they commune with, people that they share bloodlines with and family ties with. What are some of the things that Leo is facing right now regarding family issues? Let's get some insight into family dynamics for Leo, please. Family dynamics for Leo. And of course, I'm saying blood, but ultimately the universe knows what you mean by family. So if you're not close with anybody that you're related to by blood, it's still going to apply. Family dynamics. One more. Thank you. All right, guys, let's see. Leo's family dynamics. Let's get 2 cards on that. There we go. One. Oh, was that 2? That was 2 together. And in the reverse, 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords in the reverse. In the reverse. 10 and 4 in reverse. So that's good for right now. No bad blood with this Ten of Swords in reverse, right? We don't have much strife going on. When we have it in the upright, we're talking about being in a painful situation. Yeah. A lot of inflicted pain or agony, or just feeling as if you've been stabbed in the back or betrayed in some type of way. But in the reverse, I feel as though that's not happening, or you've been released from this energy, or there's like a lessening of it. If I'm honest, it feels really peaceful. So if there has been bad blood, I think we're building bridges. I think that we're trying to mend fences with people. I think that Leo is, could be because you're in your birthday spirits. You're just like, I don't want to deal with any drama. I don't want to carry any burdens. I don't want to carry any drama. I don't want to carry any type of bullshit with me right now. I want everything to be copacetic. So I think there's a releasing of any type of tension. There's a releasing of any type of hurt, like people that have set out to hurt you, or people that you have set out to hurt. I think we're kind of putting our swords down, peacekeeping kind of energy, treaties. Okay. And then with the Four of Swords, now the Four of Swords, when it's in the upright, we're talking about rest and relaxation. We're talking about feeling as if we're rested and relaxed, revitalized. Here, I think there's a little bit of an emphasis on getting up and doing something with your body, getting up and being busy in the world, or connecting with people, communicating with people. Both are swords cards, so we're talking about, or both are swords, so we're talking about communication related to air sign energy, right? So you might be coming out of a disagreement or a stalemate with a person in your family, someone you may have had bad blood with or a misunderstanding with, someone who may have betrayed you. It is a very general reading because no one's here to ask. So it could be you that has done this to someone else. And I just feel like we're going to put our differences aside and sort of sort this situation out. Because again, that Four Swords, if it was in the upright, would indicate some type of pause in the action, some type of rest, some type of, putting on the brakes. And I don't feel that. I feel this is more action oriented than anything else. Let's like actively releasing, like actively forgetting, actively getting over some type of misunderstanding. Okay. Show me more on the Ten of Swords. I want to see more on the Ten of Swords. What's the Ten of Swords about? Whoa. What's the Ten of Swords about? Why is the Ten of Swords here? Show me more on the Ten of Swords, please. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Sticky. These cards are sticky. Hold on. Skip that a little. Still sticky, man. What's going on? You don't want to talk about it, maybe? Could be that. Could be that. Could be you've agreed to not even talk about this. Let bygones be bygones might be sort of your MO here. Or, something is so far gone, maybe. Maybe you've released something. Maybe you haven't even if this is like a disagreement with a family member, feeling betrayed by a family member, you may have said, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to think about them anymore. I'm not going to reflect or really pay attention to the pain that they've caused me. I'm just going to let it all go. And for all intents and purposes, this person might be dead to you. You know what I mean? And that's funny because there's no card coming out telling me that, but it's kind of what it feels like. Not for everybody, but for a few of you, yeah? Show me more on the Ten of Swords, please. Why is the Ten of Swords here? Stop it. Okay. Strength. And Page of Pentacles, yep. So put it to bed. Having the strength. I guess I should put it on the other side because it's sort of forward that way, right? Or maybe it's the other way. Whatever. The strength card came first. So having the strength. Oh, look what it look at the shape it's making. Like this downward, sort of flowing thing on both cards. So that's just a visual synchronicity for me as the reader. I deal with symmetry. Like I wish you guys could see some of the shit that goes on in my head. Very symmetrical. Anyway, so having the strength to really say enough's enough with a situation, having the strength to say, the hurt, the worst of the hurt is over, and let's go ahead and forget about it. Let's mend these fences, or let's just walk away and not even engage in that energy. So some of you, I don't necessarily see or feel a reconciliation, but you might be open to it if there has been bad blood between you and another person in your family. Now it's coming in stronger that a lot of you are just like walking away. having the strength to walk away. And it's sort of baby steps with that Page of Pentacles right next to it. Because the Page of Pentacles, all the Pentacles, they're going to do, or the Court card, Pentacles, they're going to do what's practical. They're going to do what makes sense. They're going to do what, serves the greatest good or serves them in their highest good. They're not going to do anything frivolously. They're not going to do anything out of spite or revenge. They're really only going to do things that improve their life. Now, this is slow movement though, or slow initial steps. With that Page of Pentacles. So having the courage, having the gumption, having the foresight, and the follow through with the Strength card, but matched with this measured, very decisive energy of the Page of Pentacles. And again, I think the majority are going to be walking away from that situation, whatever gave you that Ten of Swords energy, whatever that represents to you. You're just going to move away from it. Could be and guys, I don't resonate with children, but some of you, this might involve a page. This might involve a child, your child, their child, something like that. This might be a Tina Turner running away from Ike type of situation. I don't know, but there is sort of this, for just whoever has children, there might be this need to be strong for the kids, be strong in the middle of separating. It might be needing to be strong as you walk away from a partner or a living situation that isn't healthy for the kid. That's actually been very harmful for you and the child. Does that make sense? The Four of Swords in reverse. I felt pretty good about it, but now with this new layer of potential bad deeds, let's see what else is going on. Why is the Four of Swords here? Four of Swords in reverse. Please show me why the Four of Swords in reverse is here for Leo. I felt like the need to take a mini break. That's why my eyes were closed just a second ago. I'm still kind of in it, so it could just be that you're taking a break, having a mini vacation from this whole situation, or needing some type of release from it, something like that. And again, it's very stingy, this energy. It doesn't really want to share much. The family thing is kind of tight-lipped, Leo. It's kind of like, shh, don't talk about that. We don't talk about that, So it could be something like that going on for you guys. If so, I hope you're dealing with it. I think this is what flipped over. So though that was kind of interesting. There was a flip over. I wasn't really feeling it, so I'd let it ride. So that came out. We're going to talk about that in a second. Five of Swords. And, two came out. So 3 total for the clarification. This disgusting Six of Pentacles. I hate the Six of Pentacles in this deck, if I'm honest. I hate the artwork on it. Six of Pentacles and the Magician as well. So we'll talk about those together as they came out together. Yeah. So the Five of Swords, clarifying that Four of Swords. Five of Swords upright. Releasing and getting away from arguments. Yeah. Getting away from people sort of running off at the mouth. Yeah. People who are having adversarial energy towards you, or adversarial energy that you involved yourself in willingly. It's up to you. You know what you did or what you didn't do, and it feels like, it's a pattern. Yes. It's a pattern, like how that's sort of like a dress pattern. And it's got the perforated edges that the scissors are following. So it's like a pattern. It's something that repeats in your life, or it sort of is predictable behavior. So this could be no longer engaging with or walking away from people that constantly interact with you in a certain way. And you're just like, listen, the time for interacting with me in that way is donezo. I'm not going to rise to that. Or someone could be telling you this, Leo, I'm not messing with you when you act like this, when you're drinking. And I don't necessarily think of or feel this is drinking. This is just to illustrate. When you're drinking like that, I don't want to talk to you. People say that kind of stuff all the time, whether it's valid or not. So it's sort of like that. It's sort of like drawing a line in the sand and saying, I'm no longer going to tolerate this type of behavior or this type of communication. Okay. And so we release from it. We walk away from it. We rebuke it. I rebuke ye, you know? Now, again, that what comes out together, clarifying that Four of Swords in reverse is the Six of Pentacles and the Magician. So here we are again with like this sort of young energy. And the Six of Pentacles isn't necessarily about being young, but whenever I see this, I'm just like, what is this kid doing with this weird bowl of treats? He's like dressed up like I hate this card so much in this deck. I really do. It's just not a fan. But the Six of Pentacles traditionally is talking about something that's even, talking about things that are fair, talking about things that kind of bring equality into a situation, right? And the Magician wants to make that happen. So for you or someone else in the situation, Leo, there's an issue of fairness. There's an issue of reciprocity, of things being in equal give and take, and that being in need of creation or need of establishment. So someone feels like, you know what, I'm not getting my fair shake here. I need to leave the situation. Or if you want me to stay engaged in this situation, if you want me to remain a part of this connection, it's got to be even. You know, we have to work on how we're getting along, how we communicate, how we share, how we, you know, clarify information with each other. Lines of communication have to be open fully, no holds barred kind of thing. And, you know, you've got a lot of swords on the board, fair amount of pentacles, and 2 major arcana. So this is definitely based around communication within a family situation. Might have issues even like finding time to actually sit down with one another with the pentacles, and feeling like there might be a problem finding time to have these discussions about what we're actually doing, what we're not doing, what we need to do, you know, and sorting things out. But ultimately, I feel Leo is kind of in this, unfortunately, like an ultimatum standpoint. I feel as though you're kind of, you know what you need, you know what you want. And if the other person or other people in your family dynamic are not on board with that, you're kind of like, okay, that's fine. I can take you or leave you is kind of what this energy feels like, honestly. I can take you or leave you, because the Magician makes things happen. Just whatever the magician desires, the Magician will get it. He will put himself in a position to make it happen. Six of Pentacles, it's about reciprocity. So if you want a part of what I'm trying to create, you need to come to my level. Five of Swords, combative energy, and with the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords behind that, both in reverse, it's like the avoidance of drama. It's the avoidance of any disagreements, not getting involved in pointless arguments. So Leo is kind of made up their mind about this whole thing, yeah? Good for you, Leo. Because it's not as nasty as it could be. Like, I feel like all of that could be really nasty in reality, but I feel energetically it's not meant to be nasty. You're not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, or nobody's trying to hurt your feelings. People are just trying to come to the situation being fair, being honest, and being direct, and also avoiding any type of shenanigans, really. Yay, good for you, Leo. So we've been here almost 45 minutes. Did 3 areas of Leo's life. That feels pretty good. Anything else? Maybe a parting message? What does Leo need to take with them leaving their birthday period? How about something like that? We'll do that. Yeah. Let's get a drink of water. Definitely weird how I'm more thirsty doing this than I am doing pre-recorded videos. It's really strange. And it's a good thing I remembered to bring my water with me. Sometimes I come in this room and I'm like, oh, I left my water downstairs. Oh, I left my water in the other room, you know? So that's kind of refreshing that I have my water with me. All right, let's get a parting message for Leo. What does Leo need to know as their birthday period wraps up? What do they need to take with them into the future, into the remainder of 2019 and beyond? What does Leo need to take with them leaving their birthday period, going into the remainder of 2019 and beyond? I almost dropped all of these cards on the floor. Sometimes the shuffling doesn't go my way, friends. All right, what does Leo need to take with them as their birthday period wraps up for the remainder of 2019 and beyond? What does Leo need to take with them in their birthday period, 2019 and beyond? Thank you. All right, let me see 2 cards. 2 cards for Leo, please. 2 cards for Leo. And again, she stayed on the bottom of the deck the entire time. 2 cards for Leo. What do they need to take going forward out of their birthday period into the remainder of the year and beyond? All right. Here we go with the 2s, man. 2, 2, 2s. Oh, guys, come on. Very nice. All right, so going into the remainder of your birthday period, falling all the way down. What does that mean? Finishing the whole year, 2019 and beyond. Fool and 2 of Wands. Choice is yours. The pathway is sort of clear. New horizons for you, Leo. That Fool energy. Embracing the unknown. Embracing the unexpected, kind of being excited by the unexpected and really like craving something new, really, or craving something you've never experienced before, really wanting and connecting with, finding a new side of yourself or finding even a new hobby or new people, something that about embracing what is new, not being satisfied with what you've experienced before, but still maintaining and retaining the knowledge that you have acquired thus far and using that to catapult you into new sort of stratospheres or, new positions in life, new perspectives. Yeah. And the path forward is going to be full of choices, probably more than 2 things. You're probably going to be choosing several things throughout, obviously, the rest of your life, or at least the rest of the year, right? So being aware and ready when the crossroads come to you. This particular 2 of Swords right now feels very decisive. Sometimes, did I say 2 of Swords? I'm sorry, 2 of Wands. Sometimes with the 2 of Wands, I'm like, it's decisive, but sometimes it's kind of like getting lost in the decision making, not really, getting sort of wrapped up in the potential drama or the potential like it's being overly excited about the choice as opposed to actually what happens after the choice is made. I think this particular 2 of Wands for me right now, Leo, is saying, no, you're like focused, like laser sights on the choices and being fair. Don't want to say that being fair, being, being fair. I don't think that's what I want to say. Being aware. It was like, it rhymes with fair. I'm like, it rhymes with fair, but I'm like, being aware, being fully aware of what each choice offers you, what the consequences are behind each choice, what are the pros behind each choice that you potentially could make, and not wanting to make a misstep. That's the other thing about this is like you're kind of having a feeling of wanting to get it right the first time. Like, I don't want to have to go back. I don't want to backtrack. I want to progressively keep making choices that lead me down my correct path. So there's a need or a realization that you will have to have discernment, but ultimately it feels good. Ultimately, I don't really think I need clarification, but let's go for it because I did it for everything else, right? So with the Fool card, just give me some clarification on the Fool card. Why is the Fool card here for Leo? Why is the Fool card here for Leo? Give me some clarification on the Fool card, please. Oh my gosh. These are shuffling so weird. And actually, if I'm honest, these are shuffling more like when I do face-to-face private readings or personal readings face-to-face versus when I do them pre-recorded or I do the generals. It's kind of interesting. What are you trying to prove to me there, universe? That's very interesting. Why is the Fool card here? One more? Thank you. Why is the Fool card here? Please show me. Stop. No, not. Okay, you said one, but I guess you didn't mean it. You lied to me. Stop it. Thank you. Wow. Major upon major, my friend. All right, so we have the Devil card and the Judgment again. Although the Judgment was in your career energy. So the Devil and Judgment. So the Fool is here because, Leo's not really interested in repeating cycles, or at least Leo is doing work to uncover cycles, right? The Devil talks about what you're bound to, what, for lack of a better word, what controls you, or what not even motivates, what sort of is your vice in this life. If it's something about procrastination, just as an example, you would call up with the Judgment card and you would reveal your tendency towards procrastination, how that sets you back in many ways in your life. If it makes it harder for you to meet deadlines at work, if it makes it harder for you to do chores around the house, whatever the reason. So your Fool card is here because as you move forward in whatever way, in all ways really in your life, because I'm asking, what are you taking out, or excuse me, what are you taking with you leaving your birthday period? You're really taking, this unmasking of your vices, unmasking of your shortcomings very seriously. And you're asking for clarity with it, with the Judgment card. You're asking, your guides, your God, whatever you believe in or whatever you don't believe in, you're asking for things to sort of get right. You're asking for support and insight on how to make these improvements, how to conquer your worst self, quote, worst self, or your vices, the things that sort of, in your estimation, Leo, would be holding you back or tripping you up as you progress forward. Because again, the Fool goes for it, just jumps straight in and believes in himself, kind of embraces the chance and the opportunity of the unknown. But given that we have to live this 3D experience, this very, earth-based experience, you can't just go around willy-nilly saying life's an adventure, woohoo! So this is really kind of grounding you back in reality and saying, listen, once we move through these gateways towards these new opportunities, here's the things that we need to be aware of that will possibly trip us up when we get into these new situations. So if you are, going back to that job reading, going to get a new job, and procrastination really is something that you have an issue with, you're going to be on your P's and Q's in that new job you're trying so hard not to procrastinate, not to have issues with timekeeping, not to have issues when it comes to meeting deadlines and finishing projects, yeah? Why is the Two of Wands here for Leo? Why is the Two of Wands here for Leo? Clarification on the Two of Wands, please. Clarification on the Two of Wands for Leo, please. Where's the Two of Wands here? Show me more. My gosh, am I going to pick more? Why is the Two of Wands here for Leo? Oh. There it goes. And they came out together. So, Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Well, as you move forward with sort of the drive and the tenacity of the Knight of Wands. That's your own suit, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But you're also going to be patient. You're also going to be kind-hearted to yourself and to people that you encounter along your journey with that Queen of Cups energy, water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I think together, these energies like, I think you're trying, Leo, to really secure yourself, but not lose yourself. You know, this knight is not the Queen of Wands, is not the King of Wands. It's not the top tier of the court cards when it comes to the fire sign energy. It's not the tippy top, but it's dynamic enough and it's strong enough to get the job done. This Knight of Swords energy. That top tier, more refined, more mature energy is coming out in the form of the Queen of Cups. So I think in your past, Leo, maybe you've shot yourself in the foot by being a little overzealous, being perhaps too eager or too, for lack of a better word, full of yourself and sort of thinking you're capable, but then sort of basically kind of talking a big game about what you could and could not do. And now you're kind of like, let me be as realistic as possible here. Let me just give myself the benefit of the doubt here. So again, going back to just as an example, if you do have an issue with procrastination, you would know going into whatever situation that would be a potential fallback for you. So you're holding yourself accountable with that Queen of Wands meeting up with that Knight of Wands, or excuse me, Queen of Cups meeting up with that Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is like, I can get this job done. I promise I'm going to be good for this. And you're saying this to yourself, whatever you're committing to with yourself or whatever decisions you're making. Again, back here with that Two of Wands, whatever plot or pathway that you're going down, the Knight of Wands feels super capable, but the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Cups is right behind saying, now listen, don't get too far ahead of yourself here, because in the past we've bit off more than we can chew. So there's like a nice little balancing act here. If it's not that, or not even if it's not that, you could have another fire sign or water sign of significance in your life. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Judgment, again, secondary major arcana for Scorpio, and the Devil, that's a major arcana for Capricorn, and with the Fool, that's secondary major arcana for Aquarius. That's just to give you the general for the signs. This is super general. It doesn't have to mean that any or all of those signs are in your life. It's just to illustrate it to you guys, okay? All around, Leo, pretty good shit, in my estimation. Maybe you're just like, that was awful. I understand. Everybody, you know, we're all different. But I think overall, for everything that I read for, which I can't even remember half of the shit I said so far, I think it was pretty good for you. So, Leo, we're about an hour in, so I'm just going to leave it at that because nobody's here. It's just me. But hopefully you guys will see this and you'll get something from it. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I really do appreciate you guys. You know, this channel, I started it last year, right? Last April, I think. And in that time, I've seen just an amazing amount of growth. I've met some really cool people. I've put content out there that, number one, I don't watch my stuff back, but I know, like, by the time I upload it, what I feel confident in, what I feel proud of. And I'm going to say, and it's going to sound a little cocky, I feel pretty confident and pretty proud of everything that I put forth, because even if it doesn't resonate with everybody who watches it, it's meant to be out there for someone, you know? I could go on and on. I'm not going to, because again, I want to wrap this up. But in my personal estimation, every tarot reader, every person working in this space has a message or has some guidance for someone out there, whether or not that person is able to connect with the message and hear it. So when you come across a reading and it doesn't resonate for you, you have to understand that there's someone else on this planet, out of the billions and billions of people that are on this planet, that probably would get something from that message. So why am I saying this? I don't remember. Oh, right, because of me working on this channel. And so I'm really proud of the work that I put up here, because, you know, it didn't take, but it was quite a quandary I had about starting this channel. Was I actually going to put things on YouTube? Was I actually going to sort of put myself out there into this world that I'm kind of fairly new to? And the reason I'm in this whole spiritual space is because of some really crazy stuff that happened in my life, where I was just like, what do I do? And then I started watching and I started reading and I started doing all this self-discovery stuff. And I was like, oh, am I supposed to be in this world? And I kept getting confirmations like, you're supposed to be doing something like this. And I was just like, okay, I'll do it. So whenever I upload a video or doing something like this for the first time, I'm really feeling like, because someone has said, "Oh, you're going to go on live? You're doing that? Oh my God, that's so not brave, but they're just like, that's so, you know, oh my God, you're really doing that." I'm like, yeah, it's not a big deal, And I guess I take it for granted that some people think it's kind of weird or they think it's kind of risky to do something like this, but I'm just like, it's part of my journey. It's what I'm supposed to do. So we reached an hour. I was mumbling to you for the last 2 minutes. If you're still here, I really appreciate you guys coming and viewing this video after I've gone live. I will probably do like randoms at some point. I did, promise to do randoms, or I did say I wanted to do more live things, but I wasn't sure how and when I would work that in because, as you can see, my camera's a piece of shit, and I don't know what the audio quality is going to be with these headphones. So we'll see about that. So I was really like not confident because of my equipment, not because of my ability. But going forward, Leo, with lives, I definitely will do this again next year. I'll see you next year at least. But for other occasions, I might pop on and do something randomly on a weekend. Maybe I might do that. So if I see you there, that would be amazing. If not, I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you, interacting with the channel, supporting me as a reader. And I look forward to working with you guys in the future and talking with you guys in the future. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.